organized on Christmas Eve to have a mass. I was going to take Father Salesio down to Egendeni, and then I was going to go drive over to Katuri, and then Father Bill was going to have mass here in Kionyo. So I went took Father Salesio down quite a bit early, so her confessions and that about 7 o'clock or so, down to Egendeni, and it was pouring. It was just raining fierce. So I took him down there, and I had some altar servers, some young seminarian too with me, going down. Well, I got back up to the road that cuts off to Katuri, and I stopped there for a while, and I thought, oh, gee, and then I just decided, oh, no, there's no use. I'm not going to try. So I just said, sorry, boys and lads, we're just not going to go to Katuri tonight. So I came back up to Kionyo here and just celebrated with Father Bill on Christmas Eve. We can celebrate it because it just couldn't get, those roads, when it rains heavy, you know way you're going to get through. Even with a four-wheel drive, there's not sufficient rock. There's too many places where there's ruts and stuff, and you just can't get through if it's that wet. So the next day, anyway, Christmas Day, I went to 2 prayer houses myself. I managed to get down to Ngongo because that's quite a bit of rock on that road going down there. That's one of the main roads there. But we didn't, Bill didn't come along to go to Muchichoni. He stayed and had mass just up in Kionyo. And so I went there, and then I went down to another prayer house, and by then it had dried up enough that I was able to get into the other place at 12 o'clock on Christmas Day. So I had a couple of services out of the prayer houses, and so that was okay. It was good. But Christmas, though, like even on Christmas Eve, there was raining so hard here that we only had I think Christmas Eve, we might have had 150 to 200 people here. And the church wasn't at all coming close to even third full, maybe, on Christmas Eve. And it was just because it had poured so hard, and everybody has to walk, right? So it was raining so hard, and we had more bats flying around almost than we had people in the church. The bats, I never realized there were so many of them. I know once in a while I've seen a bat in the church, but they hide up underneath by the ceiling, by the roof. They have this, they just have a mobati roof, they call it. It's like a, aluminum kind of sheeting, roof. And then the bats can get in underneath there's no rafter, just the rafter, but nothing closed in properly. So it just, you just have the roof, and that's it. You don't need to worry about heat in that here, so you don't have any ceiling. It's just a roof. And but there was at least 24 bats were flying around in the church throughout the service on Christmas Eve. But the people take no notice. God, here we are, we're getting squirmish with these bats flying around. Oh, they say, well, they're just the angels, The people say it. Even the kids, they're not concerned about them. They're flying around. They just are used to it, I guess. But that's the first time I saw that. Like during the day, when you have mass, they don't come out. It's only like at night, I guess, I don't know whether it was because of all the heavy rain too that they got frightened or whatever came out, or I don't know. But that was interesting. So the bats were celebrating Christmas.